Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things. And we see them today. We got a hell of a show for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to hit all notifications to be notified the second we publish our content. Let me get into this topic here. So I was doing some research this morning. I came across a very interesting article that I believe is actually quite controversial. I came across an article from fadeawayworld.net that had the following headline. It says, Tracy McGrady shares Mount Rushmore of 2010 scorers without including LeBron James. And it said Tracy McGrady shared his Mount Rushmore of 2010, but chose to leave LeBron James off. So what happened? Attached to the article was actually an audio of Tracy McGrady essentially explaining his position. So what we want to do is want to play exactly what Tracy McGrady had to say in terms of his rationale for the players that he chose and why he left LeBron James off. So take a listen to what Tracy McGrady had to say here.
Of 2010 bucket getters, Melo, KD, James Harden, Steph Curry, man. Those are my four. You're talking about KD's arguably one of the most efficient shooters that we've ever seen. James Harden, the things that he was doing night in and night out when he was in that Rockets uniform was incredible, man. And Steph Curry, I mean, the world's greatest shooter that we've ever seen. This guy's averaged over 30 in the league. And Melo, when it comes to one-on-one, like you trying to stop me, Melo is in that conversation and can't be stopped one-on-one.
Today's video is being sponsored by PrizePicks, the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America. PrizePicks is really simple. Instead of just selecting a team, you just select two or more players, pick more or less their projected stats, and then you place your entry. For example, this week, I'm selecting two entries. Stephen Curry for more than 25 points, and then I got Anthony Davis for more than 2 blocks and Damian Lillard for more than 4 3-pointers made. PrizePicks is also the only daily sports platform with an injury insurance policy. So for example, if you have a player who gets injured in the first half and doesn't return to the second half, that player gets automatically rebooted. What I also love about PrizePicks is that it offers weekly promotions like Taco Tuesdays. Each Tuesday, PrizePicks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value. So go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. That's go to prizepicks.com/CLNS, use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. And once again, once you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So you heard what T-Mac had to say. The players he has is Melo, KD, James Harden, Stephen Curry. That's the Mount Rushmore, because there's 4 players. Here are a few things. As you guys know, Tracy McGrady was an offensive machine. If you saw Tracy McGrady play, you would know this. He was an absolute offense machine. Before there was Kevin Durant, there was Tracy McGrady. And the difference between Tracy McGrady and KD was that T-Mac could also play defense. Like T-Mac could actually play real live defense. Now, let's get to the players he spoke about. He talked about Carmelo Anthony. If you know anything about Carmelo, Carmelo was a walking bucket. Carmelo Anthony had pretty much every shot in his arsenal. He was very, very skilled. He spoke about Stephen Curry. Obviously, Stephen Curry is an offensive machine as well. He's a guy that's led the league in scoring. And because of his ability to handle the ball, move without the ball, catch and shoot with the speed at which he can do it, and his accuracy from the three-point line definitely makes him a very, very potent and very difficult guy to guard. It's not just about your ability to score, is about how difficult it is for you to score, for you to stop this guy from scoring. Carmelo Anthony was a nightmare, especially from ISO. There wasn't really any player that can physically affect him, especially when he was in the triple threat position. And he was also very, very quick at getting his shot off. Carmelo Anthony, he could post the ball. He had great size, a lot of natural strength. to him as well. He spoke about Kevin Durant, who scores in a totally different way. These are guys that you just cannot affect. KD, you can't affect this shot. He's going to raise up and shoot over you, and there's nothing really you can do. And the efficiency at which he does it is absolutely incredible. And, of course, you have James Harden, who averaged, I believe, 36 points in the season once, who as well was an offensive machine. But when you look at the omission of LeBron James, who's the leading scorer in NBA history, it causes one to scratch their head and be anxious to begin to wonder, well, why did he omit LeBron from the Mount Rushmore scores since the 2010s? And I'm just trying to think about it from his perspective. You're not going to put LeBron over KD. You're not going to put him over Curry. You're certainly not going to put him over Harden. So you have Melo. But if you watch LeBron and Carmelo Anthony play, I don't think anyone would say LeBron is a better offensive player. So what could be his rationale? Maybe because of how it looked. Predominantly for LeBron's career, he was known as a guy that would attack the basket. He was one of these guys that if you build a wall, teams would force him to shoot the jump shot. But as time has gone on, he's developed his three-point shot to the point where now he can hit it at a pretty consistent rate based on the things that I'm seeing now. But the question then becomes, would you put LeBron over those guys? And some LeBron fans, I would assume, will say, well, he's the #1 leading scorer of all time, so how could you not? But that has to do more with the amount of years that he's played. But if we're looking at it from just in a vacuum and these guys' ability to score the ball, I can understand what he's saying, if I'm being honest with you. But it's tough to leave LeBron off the list because LeBron can definitely score. He can definitely score. So I don't know if I 100% agree. If I had to go off of the list and one player I would remove, I would remove Curry and put LeBron. Why? Because of LeBron's physical nature, his physical abilities. LeBron could still get to the basket. He could still draw fouls. He can still play against size. And those are things that Stephen Curry cannot do. You could post LeBron. You can get him cutting to the basket, and you can finish over contact. So I would give it to Curry. So LeBron. So what I want to know from you guys, number one, what do you think about Tracy McGrady's list? And if you disagree with him, what is your Mount Rushmore players in terms of top 10 scores since 2010? Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.